Welcome to this new episode of the Alex Show TV. It's episode 395 from January the 31st of the year 2025. It's a Friday. January has gone already 1 month in this 2025. And we're going to end it up with a 4-episode series we start today that I got from a magnificent, magnificent support video I found out there on YouTube. That as always, I include the link on the video description right at the end on credits. And I'm also going to start including the channel. In this case, at the top of the video description, you can find the channel I got this video from. If you want to visit this creator, maybe subscribe, maybe look at his work. It's the least I can do as a thank you for grabbing one of his videos and using it on 4 of my shows, because from the same video I got from Topics Out. The first one today, we're going to start, is God a frequency? This is something I've been battling for the last few years, this discussion. Is God just energy? And particularly with one person, he insisted that my vision that God is pure, undiluted love, unconditional love, that the void is the pure essence, undescribable of what love means. And yes, I know the word love is so confusing because here on this earth we have human love, which is the love you feel for your spouse, for your children, for your parents. It's magnificent, it's beautiful, it's a beautiful sentiment. It's something I'm not gonna say is wrong. It's one of the most beautiful things in this reality. But what I'm talking about, they just have the word in commonality. Pure, unconditional, undiluted love. The omnipresence is what I consider God to be. I refrain from using the word God. I prefer the word creator, my father, or creator, because I believe the word God mentally, we're related to these gods of the religions, which I think they're a little bit different. They're human versions of the real creator. We put human traits on a God, and for example, there's judgment and there's punishment, like you will expect in this human reality. Those are very human, normal expectations from a God, okay? I disagree with all that. I think the creator never judges, never punishes. It's just immense, pure, undiluted, unconditional, unlimited love, okay? So it's got a frequency. Yes, technically. I mean, I cannot describe the creator. I'm gonna stick using the word creator. I cannot describe our father. I think that is not something we can put in words, but everything in the universe is a frequency. Everything in the universe is energy. I believe also, this is a lot of debate on this, if we live in a chemical, physical universe, which is kind of the mainstream attachment in this reality. Scientists, the Neil deGrasse Tyson, and that will tell you, yes, we live in a chemical universe. I attach to the ones that say we live in an electrical universe. We live in an energy universe, okay? So we see physical things, and we believe we need to touch things, and everything is physical and all that. But I believe we actually live in an energetic universe, in an electrical universe, full of energy. That's it. So that will make the creator energy as well. Without further ado, let's watch the clip I got from this magnificent support video. And I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the short Friday episode as we close January here on the channel, episode 395. Let's watch it together.
First and foremost, it's important to understand that God, in essence, is not even a frequency. God simply is. The challenge lies in the limitations of human language and our cognitive ability to conceptualize the vast, unfathomable nature of existence. These constraints put us in a peculiar position where, in an attempt to explain the indescribable, we must resort to imprecise language. As the Hermetic teachings in the Abelian state, God is something that cannot be fully understood by the human mind. God simply exists beyond the confines of our perception. God just is. This is a profound statement that points to a deeper reality that our minds struggle to grasp. To illustrate this point, let me offer an example that may help you better understand what I'm trying to convey. In deep meditation, there is a state where you cease to feel, see, or hear anything. Your mind becomes quiet and you think of nothing at all. In this state, you simply are. You know that you exist, but apart from this awareness, nothing else seems to be present. This is what could be referred to as the presence or awareness of the All. The All is not something you can define with words, for it is that void, an absolute nothingness, that is fully aware of itself. And from this state of nothingness, from this void, infinite possibilities emerge. The void holds within it the infinite potential to become anything, to experience everything, and to become aware of countless forms and experiences. This is the paradox of existence. Nothingness is, in fact, the birthplace of everything. Now, why do I refer to God as a frequency? The reason is simple. I use this concept to bridge the gap between abstract spiritual ideas and our more grounded conceptual understanding of the world. Everything that is tangible, that has form, can be considered a creation, and each creation, whether physical or metaphysical, has an underlying frequency or animating energy. This energy, which could be described as a vibration, forms the basis of all existence. This is the very concept that Nikola Tesla was pointing to when he said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." At its core, this statement is incredibly profound. If we truly understand it, we can grasp that everything, every object, every thought, every being, is simply energy vibrating at different frequencies. The fundamental energy from which all things arise comes from the void of infinite potential, the source we call God, or the All. Some authors, like Dolores Cannon, contrast the idea of God being this void with other perspectives, such as David Icke's view of God being pure light, or love. Yet the common thread that ties these ideas together is that this infinite light, or love, or void, represents the raw potential that brings forth all manifestations. This awareness, the source, imagines realms and realities into existence. According to the Kabbalah, the entire realm of manifestation is viewed as a dream within the mind of the All. The All is constantly dreaming infinite worlds and perpetually manifesting them. This concept of endless creation is not bound by time or space. The manifestations may appear to have limits, but in truth, there is no end to the process. It is continuous, ever evolving. The fundamental idea here is that creation is not random. It is an intentional act of thought. The All is the unlimited potential of creation. As such, we may not be able to define the indefinable with precision, but we can begin to understand the basic method of creation itself. That method is imagination. The source, or infinite consciousness, imagines things into being. Whether it is through light, love, or the sheer act of will, everything that exists starts with a thought, a creation of the mind. This is the core principle of manifestation. The power of imagination is not limited to the divine or the infinite. It is something we, too, can tap into. Just as the All imagines and creates, we are also capable of imagining and bringing into reality the things we desire. The question is whether we can align ourselves with that creative force, the flow of universal consciousness. Our connection to the source is not something distant or unattainable. It is present within us all. By aligning our imagination and thoughts with the All, we can access its infinite potential and create worlds of our own.
As I said, I prepare you. That's the video, the full video, which is 30 minutes, is just as good as that. It's really magnificent stuff. And I occasionally find these videos that just appear in my timeline, and I think I see them as a message. And I have been having a strange month, a lot of work, and a new project I'm trying to get off the ground. And so, because I had inventory on both the Alex Show TV and the Spanish channel show, the Alex.tv, I really didn't do a lot of chats or anything like that. I think there was only one chat that I did with Rod Bland, which came on Monday, which was the middle of the month. But mostly, this is my first video in like a month, at least a podcast. And so I was looking for inspiration, and that video appeared in my timeline. I watched it 2 times. Honestly, it's very powerful stuff and a lot of topics in 30 minutes. On this one, I align with the beginning of the support video when it says it's not really a frequency, just is. And yes, we don't need to go beyond that. Our creator or father just is, okay? We're not going to be able to put it in words. We're not going to be able to put the void of the omnipresence, which I feel is the same thing. The nothing is the everything. Yes, I agree with that. Is the absence of thoughts, the absence of the mind, then you open to this undiluted, unlimited, unconditional love. And that's, for me, is the void. That, for me, is the omnipresence. That, for me, is the creation. That, for me, is the source, okay? I cannot put it in words. I could be here for hours trying to explain it to you. I could paint a picture like you see in the screen. I could not possibly. I don't believe we can put it in words, okay? So no, I don't agree with the ones that says this is a random energy that doesn't have nothing at all. No, this is pure undiluted love. What powers the universe is love as energy, okay? That's why I also insist, I don't want to get the video in trouble, but I insist that energy is available throughout the universe, right now in front of you. Even Nikola Tesla says something along these lines. That in one cubic meter, which is 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter in depth, width, height, and depth. So imagine a square, a box. A box is a better word. A box of 1 meter. He said in 1 cubic meter of basically space, there's sufficient energy to power the world. Okay. I will actually, I'm not saying I'm as smart as Tesla or anything like that. I will go, that's not even necessary to define a space. Just tap. When we tap into the energy of love in the universe, it's unlimited, it's clean, it's free, it's available for us, okay? The processes of the universe are not complex and are not to be discovered and are not for a particular, oh, I have it, I have the knowledge, so I can tap into it, and the ones don't have the knowledge. No. Everything is natural, everything is available. That's what pure undiluted love will do. I strongly believe this. What powers the universe is love that comes from our Creator. Remember, we're a little piece of creation. One day the Creator said, I'm going to make a copy of myself. And there you go, you're this little piece of the puzzle that you're going to go back to the puzzle. Okay, eventually, when you are done with these experiences, your Father wants you to have these experiences for a reason. And I think the most important lesson is discovering who we are, discovering that we're part of this beautiful thing. And I think that opens true freedom, true comprehension of this beautiful, undiluted love. I know there has been people, I had Peter Panagore on the show twice. He is a near-death experiencer, NDE. He has been dead twice. And on his first experience, on his 20s, he died in a mountain I believe for a few hours or something like that. And he experienced directly the omnipresence. And he cannot describe it, okay? And you might say, how do you know about the omnipresence if you haven't had the experience of Peter? You can experience it in so many different ways, okay? And it could come back as a memory, because I think we all have been there. And it could come back just as pure intuition, and it could come back in meditation, or it could come back randomly. We don't need to do anything special. I also disagree with the ones that say if you don't meditate, you're not going to access these things. I don't agree. They're natural, okay? The moment I believe we get closer to all of these things is during sleep, okay? Which is a natural state if you think about it. And we must sleep. If we don't sleep, we die. Like that. That's even mainstream will tell you, okay? There's a little controversy how many days you can go without sleep, 20, 30. And of course, they're going to say it's not, because what I'm trying to tell you, which is the spirit basically gets tired of being in this reality in the background all the time. Because when we are awake, when we're conscious, the spirit is in a kind of in a background state. Your mind is taking over. Unless, for example, you meditate, yes. Sorry about that. When you think about it, sorry about that. Something got in my throat. If you think about it, when you meditate, you're actually trying to sleep consciously in a way. You're trying to access kind of a sleep state, clearing your mind, clearing your thoughts. Well, that happens naturally when you sleep, okay? And that's when we attach. But most of the things that happen during our sleep, we forget when we wake up. And if you start practicing and asking your inner self before you go to bed every night, hey, I want to remember. Tomorrow I want to remember. I know we're going to go for a ride tonight. But hey, I want to remember tomorrow consciously, okay? I know it's not really important maybe that I remember it, but I want to remember. And then it's going to start coming back, and it's magnificent when we experience through dreams. Yes, a lot of things can happen. You could be, yes, I agree. Some people say you could go and do contracts and face entities. Yes, all of those things happens, yes. But you're fine. Remember, we're firewall. I do believe we're fine at the end. We cannot be destroyed, so we shouldn't be afraid of anything. Anyhow, I hope you enjoy this show. It's got a frequency. God is pure undiluted love. God is pure unconditional love. God is the void. God is the everything. The nothing is the everything. God is the omnipresence. So for me, really, I started the show. It's got a frequency just maybe to get your attention, but that was not the point of the show. The point of the show is talking about the Creator, how beautiful He is, and how we're in beautiful hands with this creation we're part of, because yes, we are all part of it. We have to come from somewhere, do we agree? And we come from creation, and creation is pure love. Is that a frequency? Of course. but I don't think that's the point. Thank you very much for watching. If everything's okay, I shall see you back on Monday, February the 3rd, with the second episode on this 4-episode series. You're gonna like it. It's really, really powerful stuff, and I have the support videos, which are amazing. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back on Monday if everything's okay. Take care. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover your true self. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and to serve others. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover your true self? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to the universe. Simply ask, who am I? Where do I come from? What is my purpose? You will start getting signs, breakthroughs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about this reality start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering your true self equals to real freedom. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to understand this reality, but you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will set up a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, lust, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only your egoic mind and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Thank you very much for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.